Good morning, my brothers. Let's talk about something. Let's talk about the fact that you need to stop trying to fit in. Fit in never works, man. Be yourself. You're an individual for a reason. In fact, the world needs individuals, more of them. The reason why we're falling is because we're trying to be like everybody else. Listen, man, fitting in, it killed your individuality. You're special and you need to live like it, walk like it. The more you try to blend in, the more your voice is silenced, man. The more your gifts and talents are hidden, man. Your dreams, your purpose, the things that are in you, right? You were not created to be a copy of anybody. They teach us that when we're little. They teach us about the palm. Nobody's palm is like your palm. I wish we never forget that concept as we grow up, man. Understand this, man. Authenticity is important and it attracts real opportunities. The things you're chasing in life, a lot of times it's not about just your hard work. It's about your authenticity. The right people and opportunities will find you. They'll find you when you stop trying to shape yourself to be like others or try to live in the expectations of other people. Understand this, bro. You know what else is the big problem that I've run into in a lot of my counseling? Social approval. Big trap. Social approval, what everybody else approves. You want to go that way, everybody's going that way. Man, go that way. Why not? Why not be the trailblazer? Listen, when you seek constant validation from society and friends and trends, it keeps you in a cycle of insecurity and dependence on applause. You know what? The greatest man that's ever living is the man who don't need applause to keep on going forward, man. So go for it. Live like you're somebody because you absolutely are. Another thing I learned, man, is that conformity, it breeds weakness. When you always constant conforming to what everybody else wants and what everybody else needs, it breeds weakness. It breaks you down. It'll make you forget about who you even are. Listen, the man who follows the crowd all the time without questioning loses his ability to think. Right? This is your biggest weapon. Don't lose your ability to think and to think critically, right? And stand on your own beliefs, man. When you stand on your own beliefs, even if you're wrong, bro, you'll find a conviction and say, maybe I need to change that. But don't sway with everybody's wind, bro, because you'll never find yourself, that special person in you. Your value isn't about being accepted. Understand that your value is never about being accepted, man. Strength comes from knowing your worth. You got to know it. Even if nobody else is standing up and applauding you, you got to know your worth, right? To not be a part of the group just because the group is grouping. No, bro, if you believe something else, go forward. The greatest men in history, they never blended in. Think about it. Every man you respect never blended in. They stood out. A big part of being yourself is loneliness. I'm going to tell you right now. But loneliness is not always a bad thing, because understand this, loneliness is temporary. Eventually, you will have people following you. A lot of times, the fear of isolation, man, is what makes us settle for mediocrity. Fear of isolation, scared of being by yourself. But when you love you, it's okay to be with you. I was just teaching my daughter that the other day. She's like, Daddy, I need somebody to play with me. I need somebody to play with me. And I understood. She's 7. I get it. But I was trying to teach my daughter a big lesson, man, that it's okay to be by yourself because then you get to know yourself. Listen, standing out creates legacy. And that's what every man has his life set on, legacy. The people who dare to be different today, bro. Dare to be different. The people that dare to be different becomes the leaders of society. The people that dare to be different, innovators, role models, man, legacy people who build a name for themselves throughout history. There are certain people in history you'll never, ever forget. They'll be written down in the lines of history because they stood up and they stood out. See, standing up makes you stand out. Why would you want to blend in? Be you because you're brilliant. Be you because you're great. And don't compare yourself to other people. Don't do it, bro, because you might like the flowers in their field, but you can't stand the weeds. And then sometimes their field ain't even what it look like. See, don't get caught up, man, in what people got going on, especially on these social media streets, bro. A lot of this stuff is a big fat lie, man. A lot of stuff is a big fat lie. If you listen to my other podcasts, man, you'll see I'm straight. I tell the truth and I tell stories about myself, about my uprisings and my downfalls, bro. I've been homeless. I've been on dialysis. I lost my baby when she was 4 months. I preached her funeral. My mom and my dad was 59, passed away suddenly. He was gone, man. I lived in fear that I would die too. I had to pull my mind up out of that. I had to stand up and stand out, even from some of the fears that are in you. Sometimes you got to separate yourself from those fears, bro. Separate yourself from those fears and stand up. No one remembers the ones that were like everybody else. No one remembers the men who just fit in. They remember the men that stand out. Don't be afraid to be by yourself. Don't be afraid to say what you got to say. Don't be afraid to stand on your own feet, bro. Because being like everybody else is why the world is stuck where it is. As men, dive into the ocean. I was going to say the pool, but dive into the ocean of your individuality. The world needs you. The world needs your perspective. The world needs your gift. The guys who don't fit in, or don't try to, they stand out and they become culture shifters, world changers. You weren't born because your mom and your dad liked each other. You were born for a purpose and you were born to solve a problem. Hey, bro, I love you. Make sure you love you. You hear me? Make sure you love you. Stand tall today. Be brilliant and walk this life out with no fear, no shame, and no compromise. Like I end every podcast. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. All you got is right now. What you going to do with it? What you going to do about it? Now say it with me. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. What you going to do with it? What you going to do about it? Be great today, bro, because you absolutely are. I love you. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, bro. Be part of this community where grown men grow even more. See you soon.